That's so weird. Plot twist. Oh boy. Ah, sweet, nice. We got married to Samus.
Wow.
Oh, I accidentally skipped that because I pressed X for too long. Okay. Oh no, we were dreaming!
Oh yes, best part of the game.
Oh boy! Joker Rake, hello, Palu! Go, oh, you man, we were at Mystic Mountain. No, look, Frog's here too. I mean, Snake. Big Frog present. Oh no, don't eat Snake!
Eat Snake, eat it.
Oh no. Magus is not here. Where did
I
he
love how
come
she's
from?
like. I love how she's like. Is Cape Man also tasty?
Can I also eat this guy with cape? At least oh boy. Now we go
Palu's
sleepy.
best character.
Palu's hot. Oh boy, now we're in the past.
I
Oh
love
man,
how
it's
Palu's like one of those.
Kino!
Oh no.
Oh no, we have to go help Palu.
Why wouldn't you help Palu though?
It's on fire! Ah, scary. So now we can talk about shit actually happening. I think we have to go up here. Oh, it's so sad. So, to continue on with, basically, fucking Outer Worlds, we talk about the skill levels and how those are terrible because they locked gameplay mechanics behind them and you don't get enough points to be able to unlock all of them. I mean, you can, but then your character won't be a good character by level 30, and you won't be able to do any damage or do anything in-game. You won't be able to get some good level 100 abilities, but, you know, other than that, let's talk about the perks. As I mentioned...
Wait. I found another issue with this.
What?
So, to max out a skill, you have to be at least level 10.
Yes. Well, technically, it could be like level 8, because your special stats at the beginning of the game will inflate your stat. I think the highest I've ever seen is if you do go min-max is like level 30. So at base level 7, if you did min-max, you could get something to like, you know, 100 skill points. Like, everything doesn't start off at 0, right? Like, how in Fallout nothing started off at 0. Sometimes it could start off at 6, 10, 20, 30. I don't think it goes higher than 30.
Alright. My point is, though, you have to be at least level 10 to get... roughly level 10 to get at least one stat to a 100.
Yeah.
That means you have to put everything into that one stat.
Yes. Well, that's how I play Fallout, like... That's how you can, like, do, like, New Vegas and 3.
Yes, but if you're a player like me, who, when first starting this game, I'm not gonna know this. I'm gonna originally think, okay, well, I'm gonna put stats in a couple, like the...
Oh, you want to get, like, everything to, like, a good average level before you put them all into one stat?
Well, no, but at least the ones that I'm going to use at a good average level before I start putting it all into one.
Yeah, you want, like, you know, persuasion to be a good level before you start dumping points. Yeah, and, like, good, like, lock picking. Yeah, like, that makes sense. I don't play that way, but yeah, I can see why you would do that.
But that means... that's gonna be shit for the first couple levels. For, like, the first half of the game, really, because
yeah.
I don't think I've ever played a Fallout game where I've actually gone in level...
to level 30?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever played in a Fallout game and actually gone in level 30. I think the highest I've gone was level 22.
The highest I got was the max level, which was included with DLC. But yeah. Yeah, it takes a while. Your game isn't good. Like the level up system and skill point system is bad because you can't increase how many skill points you get. But anyways, so let's talk about perks. So like in New Vegas, every other level up, every even level up, you get a new perk. The problem is, perks in New Vegas are good. Like, Bloody Mess, which is like 15% more damage. That's just really good and funny. What else is good? Like, the special increase, where you can increase one of your special stats. The extra skill point perk, where you just get more skill points. Like, various other perks, such as, like, doing more damage with laser guns. Or, like, Bachelor, where you do more damage to, to female characters, as well as being
Black
able...
Widow, you do more damage to male characters.
Yeah, like, stuff like...
And more dialogue options for both
the dialogue
of those.
options was what I was trying to say. But, like, you get more skill points, and, like, the perks are, like, very good. Some are,
and
like...
stuff like Animal Friend and, like, Mysterious Wanderer.
Yeah, like Lady Fortune, the perk where you get, like, more VATS when you kill something in VATS. Like, there's... Or, like, But a lot of the there's some good perks. So, the way the perks work in this game is there's 30 perks. 30. That's it.
So theoretically, you could get half of them in one playthrough.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So, you know how, like, in, I'm pretty sure we're supposed to go this way, right?
I don't know.
Me neither. So, fucking, when you level something up... I'm trying to think, what was it? When you know how, like, in New Vegas, when you level up a perk... You know, when you level up, you get perks available to you that are based off of your level.
Yeah.
As well as based off of your own skills. Like, if you had, like, 70 in explosives and, like, 30 in, like, melee, you would get a unique perk, maybe, that was based off of those.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that. All 30 perks are available to every build for everyone.
Hmm.
And so, they can't make perks specific to certain builds because of this. And the way perks work is there's 3 tiers. Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. You get access to Tier 1 perks immediately. To get access to Tier 2 perks, you need to have a total of 5 perks. So basically, at level 10, you get access to Tier 2 perks. And if you want to get access to Tier 3 perks, you need a total of 10 perks.
Mm-hmm.
So, basically at level 20, you get access to Tier 3 perks. So therefore, at endgame, you get 5 Tier 1, 5 Tier 2, and 5 Tier 3. You don't have to do that. You could get 10 Tier 1s, and then 5 Tier 3s, if you really want to do that. But, like,
Why
basically, that's not a smart idea. Each tier has, I believe, 10 perks. And, like I mentioned, they're not good because I believe the Tier 1 perks are stuff along the lines of you have 50% more HP. You have 50% more VATS. You have, 25% faster walking speed. Why the fuck is that a perk? I don't know. You have 20% faster running speed. Okay. Now, this is one of the good perks. Weapon and armor durability loss is reduced by 10%.
That's good.
Yeah, that's
so that HP and running speed, okay, sure, why not?
So, yeah, that... another one is buying prices from vending machines and traders is lowered. That's not useful. Why would you get that?
Yeah.
Another one is, your VATS restores at a faster rate. That's not that entirely useful. It's nice.
I mean, it could be.
But here's the thing, we're debating. It's not supposed to be like that for perks. It's supposed to be like, this is good. This helps my build. It's like, no, this doesn't help my build.
Okay, so here's the issue I'm already seeing right now.
I'm not done. Companions do slightly more damage. Which, by the way, isn't useful because they don't do any damage to begin with.
So it's not like other
insane.
Fallout games where they're broken?
Their combat abilities are really good, but I never unlocked that, so I don't know how entirely useful that is. Yeah, I beat the game. I got level 30. Like, I did almost every quest, I think. I never got combat abilities, so I can't tell you how good those are or not. Thanks game, locking gameplay mechanics behind skill points. One of them that's also good is, you get +5 armor permanently. The fact that that's not really good as a skill, because you get armor in game, you just wear better armor. But like the fact that one of the good perks at tier 1 is just you get 5 more armor.
Which
permanent.
Isn't that much.
It's not that much. It's not that it's bad, but it's like I could get a good perk, but why the fuck is this one of the best perks at tier 1?
So really the issue with the perks is
none of them are
not,
good.
The issue is like back in Fallout, I always remember sitting there on the level up screen with the perks going, which perk do I want because they're all good.
In this game, it's which perk do I want because they're all
Because
trash.
they're all...
Yeah, you look at them and you're like, this isn't gonna help my build. It's like, why do I... Like, some of the tier 3 perks are actively good, such as like, consistently shooting an enemy will decrease their armor for 10 seconds. And it stacks up to like 10, so you can get them minus 10 armor, which isn't that much, but...
That's still good.
It's still good, but like, that's like, I'd rather just get something else.
That'd be better.
One of them is
more like a tier 1 perk, but whatever.
One of the best tier 3 perks is when you kill an enemy, your immediate next shot will always be a guaranteed critical hit. I'm like, that's a good perk. That's a tier 3 perk. Another tier 1 perk is plus 50 carrying weight. That's one of the best tier 1 perks. Don't you like that? Don't you like that when video games give you more carrying weight? And that's one of the best tier... That's one of the best perks. My favorite perks were in tier 2, which was all the combat ability related ones for companions. And then being upset that my build didn't let me do companion abilities. So I looked at these perks and I'm like, I wish I could use these.
Oh.
That's
no.
Yeah, like tier 2 perks were like companion abilities. Like there were like 3 of them like that, and I'm like, but my companions don't have the ability to do combat abilities because it's locked behind skill points that I spent on actual good stuff.
Oof.
I guess we keep Snake in because we don't have Palu yet.
Like this is just making me angry. Like
yeah, like the perks, like some of them are decent, but like a lot of them like just made me upset because I'm like, this isn't good. Like, oh man, if you have companions, your carrying weight is increased by 40 for each companion you have. I'm like, wow, I'm glad this is tier 2. Why is this one of the only tier 2 perks I get? And so here's the problem, right? No, I think we were supposed to go up here. So this is the bigger problem is, you mentioned something about flaws. So if you keep doing certain actions in-game, your character will get a flaw. Like if you keep taking fall damage, your character will get the flaw Afraid of Heights. And when you take a flaw, you get 1 extra perk. What that means is, you get to choose 1 extra perk from tier 1, 2, or 3 that you have access to. And as we have mentioned, the perks aren't that good. So why take a flaw where your character becomes... So like, the idea is, if you take a flaw, your character gets a negative debuff permanently for the entire game, but gets a permanent perk for the rest of the game that you can choose. So why take a debuff when the perk isn't worth it?
Yeah.
Like, the nice thing is, I did take a couple of flaws because some of them are like, you're scared of animals, and then I'm like, animals hardly ever show up, this is fine. But the reason why you take flaws is precisely so you can get to tier 3 perks faster. Because you need 10 perks. So what you do is you take as many flaws as you can so you can get access to tier 3 perks. So you can make your character a good character earlier on in the game. I like the flaw thing, but I don't like the fact that the perks don't necessarily...
make it worthwhile to get the flaws.
Yeah. Oh, wait a second, I have to do something. Wait a second, I'll be right back. So, okay, I'm back. So basically, my dad owns a bounce house business, and I had to open up the garage for someone because we have workers who work for us. That's kind of why I had to do it, like, soon. I'm like, oh, okay, this makes sense. Yeah, and that. Where was I? Perks are bad. So yeah, the flaw system is cool and I like it, but man, dude, the debuffs not really warrant you getting more perks. Because you're like, cool, I got like the 3 perks that are good in this tier. What now? Oh, nothing. I'm like, oh, cool, thanks, game. That's just why it's bad. The perks don't necessarily make it good. The flaw system is cool. Like, you got hit a lot by physical attacks. You want to take a permanent debuff of being weak to physical attacks where they just do more damage to you? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll get an extra perk. And you get that extra perk point and you're like, oh fuck. None of these are good.
Yeah.
Like, that's why it's bad.
Yeah.
It does, like, the flaw system is really cool, but, like, it doesn't warrant using them because the perks aren't necessarily that good. I just remember being like, this is a good perk, but it's tier 3. This is a good perk, but it's tier 3. This is a bad perk, it's every other perk in the game. The fact that there's only 30 perks, and I can tell you that there's more than 30 perks in all of fucking New Vegas, is upsetting.
Yeah.
I think they try to balance it off because you technically get perks from skill points. But I fucking hate that because some of them are good, like gameplay mechanics. I'm like, you know, I'd rather just get better at the stat rather than be upset that I can't do anything with it. Like, some of these I'm like, could be perks, and I'd be much more happy with that.
Yeah.
That's just it. It's
Yeah,
just,
that's just...
The flaw is cool, perks are just really bad. Just awful, like, more HP is nice, but it's like, why should I shouldn't be choosing this as one of my only 15 perks in the game. Like, there should be perks that you would rather prioritize for your build. It's like, it's not that bad. I think it should be your perk, but, like, it shouldn't be chosen if you want to do something with your build. And that's just how it rolls, and it upsets me. So yeah, that's just how bad the perk system is. It's just none of them are good. Flaw system is cool, but doesn't warrant it. Let's see, what else can I talk about that I still think is bad? I can talk about plot. I won't.
What is...
So, I'll in fact spoil it, because by the time this comes out, it'll be forever until the game comes out, and you'll probably forget. So, and also the plot isn't really amazing. So basically, it's New Vegas in space. So to explain this, well, that's how people kept selling it as. The game's more like Mass Effect. So basically, main character is in a space colony called Hope, sent from Earth to the Halcyon system owned by the corporation The Board. And what happens is when flying through space, the colony ship Hope, which was supposed to put you in cryostasis for like 10 years, fucked up and arrived 70 years late. Because of this, they cannot unfreeze you from the Hope, because because people can only stay in cryostasis for 10 years. If you unfreeze someone after 10 years, they die. So if you get frozen, you can only be unfrozen within 10 years.
Oh.
That's how they do the sciencey thing. So there's a scientist who found out that they can unfreeze you using certain chemicals and science and shit that won't kill you. And I'm like, that's neat, and that's why you want to help the scientist guy. Because he's like, I can unfreeze all these other people. Ooh, what's that red star in the sky? That's kind of weird. So anyways, like I said, the science guy's like, I'm gonna unfreeze people. And I'm like, okay. And so, he's like, I need your help. What I'm going to need you to do is find me these specific chemicals that will allow me to unfreeze everyone else on the ship. And so you're like, okay. And so the entire game, I am not lying, is finding chemicals.
So, are you telling the entire game is one big fetch quest?
Yes. So as soon as you find the chemicals, you have 2 missions left in the game. One of the missions is a small dungeon area. When I say dungeon, you know how in the Fallout series you get, like, the vaults? That you can explore, like, Vault 54 or something, like in New Vegas or whatever. Ooh, we got Palu. Right, Caleb?
Yeah.
Like as dungeons.
Yeah.
So, in this game, you also have, like, oh, sweet cutscene.
Again, another reason why Polly's best character.
Man, it's really fucking loud!
What?
I can't hear you! Quick job! Ooh, I wonder what that red store is.
Probably not plot important.
Yeah. So anyways, Palu basically was like, oh no, they burned down our village, let's go kill the fucking evil assholes. And we're like, fuck yeah, let's do that. And so, this is where they live. I think there's somewhere else we can explore. So basically, that's the plot of the story, is find me some chemicals. Rick from Rick and Morty is like, Morty, find me some chemicals. And you're like, okay. Oh shit, I'm thinking of the other part of the game. So anyways, that's basically what happens.
That's kind of dumb.
As soon as you get the chemicals, you have 2 missions left. This is the part of the game where you can choose your ending. Which is funny. The endings are basically, what if in New Vegas there were only 2 endings? Helping Yes Man or helping Legion? Do you help yourself and become the ruler of the galaxy? Or do you help the comically evil group of people? Like that's how that's what your options are. It's like there's also a unique ending, which isn't an ending at all, where if you made your character stupid, like you know the dumb build.
Yeah.
There was an option at the end of the game where you basically say, I'm gonna fly this spaceship myself. If you do that and you're stupid, your character doesn't know how to fly the spaceship. So instead he just launches the spaceship into the sun. And you die. It's a basic joke ending, but it's still technically an ending. So that's one of your 3 endings. Is a joke ending where you just kill yourself really early up, like you just kill yourself like near the end of the game.
And please tell me the new Legion ending is just like before.
No, it's even.
I hope it's just like before,
not.
where you have absolutely no contact with the Legion besides them killing you.
No.
Until you're just like, hey, I'm gonna come join you.
Almost. So throughout the entire game, the idea is the entire galaxy is owned and run by a corporation called the Board. And almost everyone you meet, including the guy who saves you, says the Board is evil because all they care about is money.
Oh.
And so it's just, haha, we're a corporation, all we care about is money. There's a character, one of the first companions in the game, tells you how they were basically enslaved by the corporation before they were in the corporation. So apparently this companion, Mother, signed a contract that says if you ever have a child, that child will have to work for the corporation for their entire life and is property of the corporation. So before she was born, she was like property of this corporation. And that's the entire meta commentary of the game, is just, wow, we sure do live under a corporation. Man, big companies suck. That's the entire game.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's read them. That's how smart the game gets, and that's all it does is, man, big companies sure do suck dick. So basically, if you help the Board, it's like, haha, I like money, and that's it.
I'm thinking the best decision here is just go freaking fly your spaceship into the frickin' sun.
Yeah, the only problem is if you decrease your intelligence, your character actively becomes weaker because intelligence is the stat linked to critical hit damage. Critical hit as in like hitting someone's head or something.
Oh.
Or I don't know if it's actually like critical hit like in RPGs like this game. But basically it's just equivalent to that. So you actively, if you make your intelligence lower, you actively make the game harder because you do less damage.
Nice.
That's just, so like, it's kind of worth it for the joke ending, but yeah. The other ending is just getting the chemicals for the scientist guy and then saving him. And then, after you save him, he frees all the people from the spaceship, and that's it.
So is there anything good about this game?
Yeah, I said the combat. The companions actively interacting with the shit. Like I said, like I mentioned like 2 things. The combat is what made me continue playing the game. The fact that the entire plot of the game is hey, find me chemicals. Oh, you found me chemicals? Cool. Here's the last 2 missions of the game. One of them being an incredibly small dungeon area that takes about like maybe not even 10 minutes to go through. And then here's the last mission of the game, which is slightly long. Other than that, there's factions. You know how there were factions in New Vegas such as like the Brotherhood of Steel, NCR, Legion, that Mr. House.
Yeah.
The Great Khans and shit like that. So in this game there were 5 factions. And you know how in New Vegas you can side with those factions and get their endings? Not here.
Yeah.
No. Not here. You can help those factions, but it doesn't really do much. If you help those factions, they decide to help you during the final part of the game. They show up during the final like dungeon and they send troops in to help you, which is pretty cool. And I'm like, that's really fucking neat. I'm like, I helped these people and now they're choosing to help me, and I'm like, that's cool. But that's about as far as helping the factions go.
Did they even help you if you side with the evil mega corporation?
I don't know, I didn't choose that. But basically that's all it is. Is like, haha. That's the entire plot, everyone. The majority of the game is find chemicals. As soon as you find it, you're at the end of the game. It's
That's
stupid.
dumb.
It is incredibly dumb.
So, if your character was sent there late, how did you survive?
Oh, the guy had enough chemicals to only unfreeze you.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Yeah.
I wish Samus could press ice. Yeah, so that's basically the entire just story right there. Plot's bad. So to talk about the one thing that Caleb already knows that pisses me off the most. It's a game in space. When you first see a picture of the solar system,
Oh yeah, this.
you see an entire galaxy, and you're excited because you're like, wow, that's an entire galaxy. I can't wait to explore all of these planets. There's like 6 planets. So, you only get to go to 2 of them. There's 6 planets, an asteroid, a moon, a spaceship, one of the hidden spaceships, an optional hidden spaceship. So, the game's just bad.
Yeah.
Like, the spaceships. So, like, you do not go to 4. The entirety of the game is on the starting planet called Terra 2. So that's the starting planet.
Wow, it's called Earth 2. How original.
They make it a joke. That's an actual joke in the game, and I'm like, that's pretty good. A lot of the writing is pretty good because, you know, New Vegas was pretty good writing.
Did it have good writing though?
you can literally convince the final. You saw me convince the final boss in the game that it's not worth conquering the entire New Vegas because you'll do it one day. So it's better to do it another day instead. Like, the writing in that game is actually what a lot of people tend to like. I can understand if people don't like it, but a lot of people said it's really good. And a lot of the writing in this game is really funny, entertaining. That's why I said I liked a lot of the NPCs, because the writing for them was actually pretty decent. But yeah, that's just how the game rolls, is like pretty bad. So, writing was good, but man, just a lot of it was just absolute trash.